Aquarius, the Awakened Dreamer here to give you your weekly tarot reading for the week of the 7th to the 13th of February, 2022. Thank you so much for joining me as I'm trying to get my voice back. It is quite early, but do keep in mind general weekly reads, so just take what resonates and don't stress over what doesn't. But I do want to thank you in advance for your likes, your comments, and if you're new to this channel, your subscriptions. Welcome to this beautiful, strong Aquarian tribe. If you're looking to book a personal reading with myself, the options are down below. Just reach out via email and I'll definitely get that started for you. But more importantly, the overall message I received for you for this upcoming week: a heart of gold. A heart of gold. So let me put this to the side. And we're going to pull from the Starseed Oracle deck to figure out what the overall focus is for the week, if you will. Alright, let's see here. You could potentially be a little bit stressed throughout this week for one reason or another. I feel like you're doing your best and you'll get through it, but it may be forcing you or pushing you to come off a little bit overly serious at times. That's the vibe I'm getting. Do what you can to enjoy yourself in the midst of certain annoyances, I feel the need to say. For my lovely Aquarians to begin for the 7th to the 13th of February. A little somber. So we got 2. Trust the timing. So trust the wave you came in on and the wave you are leaving on. I feel the need to add to that. Time is not running out. It feels like you have a goal, maybe by the end of the month or by maybe a couple months out, that you need to accomplish. It may even just be a timed goal of yours or fulfillment for the week itself. I'm hearing a couple weeks span of time, you will have what you need if it's a longer timeline than a week. Sorry if I'm putting it too wordy. You may need to watch your run-on sentences, your long thoughts that you're expressing or trying to explain throughout the week, but it feels like you're not running out of time. Everything's happening the way it's meant to, even if other people don't want to accept that. You're quite on point with what you're accomplishing. We have cracked open, rock bottom, surrender to the alchemy of life. And it feels like there's just a lot taking place at this point in your life, a big change per se, or just a turning point in your path. You could feel as if there's two different parts of you, and both are kind of separating. I know that sounds very dramatic and very odd, but that's just the feeling that's coming through. You may feel as if you're being pushed to surrender to the fact that you don't have just one side of you, and to surrender to a change, even more so than you already have. As I'm drawn to this right here, and there's a heart. I've never noticed that detail before. And going back to the overall message, you have a heart of gold, Aquarius, and it's not always recognized or given enough credit that it deserves, all right? But it feels like one person throughout the week recognizes that. They truly do, and they want to make it apparent that it's theirs, or they want it to be theirs, or they just notice how genuine of an individual you are, even in the midst of difficulties. Even in the midst of all that you've been through, the amount of difficult, annoying, cold-hearted people you've experienced up until this point. Okay. The cosmic heart, devotion, potency, making your life a moving prayer. And so it's throughout the week where you're pushed to sort of dance through life, dance through a difficult situation if that pertains to you, but to stay devoted to what you want to accomplish. There's something you're succeeding at in the midst of a big frustration, I want to say, or with certain energies surrounding you that aren't easy to deal with. And you're being pushed to stay devoted, to do what you have to overcome certain obstacles and say, screw it, I've been dedicated to this for a while, or it's something I feel passionate about, period. And nobody and nothing's going to get in the way of it, because if you think about it, it's not the first time you've had to overcome an obstacle or two, right? Stay devoted and dance through this week, and you'll find yourself coming through the other side of those annoyances very much successful, all right? Spirit just said, plow through them. You've got this. You've got this. We're going to pull the main part of the reading from the Light Seers deck for Aquarius. King of Cups and the Knight of Cups, all right? So I truly feel like, all right, this is coming through as two people. You're the King of Cups this week, and you have a Knight of Cups very much pursuing you. noticing your heart of gold, wanting to pursue it, pursue you. You coming off as this very peaceful, glowing individual, someone who just deals with a lot of BS, but just somehow stays peaceful and does what they have to. Wants to sail away on a ship, if you see this here, to another day, another time, a different location. You may even find that you have to sort of plan to get away. Interesting. You might be planning a getaway with this individual or just be daydreaming with them. I feel a connection of energy between the two of you. It's as if they're just the center of your week, even when they're not there, even when you're not speaking to them. You may speak through your thoughts, your dreams, without meaning to realizing it. And times they just seem like they're reading your mind, and vice versa. That's the connection you have. All right? Something very, very magical about their effect on you, and vice versa. But more so, it's going to be highlighted as to how they sort of woo you, is how it's coming through. I feel a very sort of old soul within this crowd, is how they're saying it. Because I feel like you both have a lot of dimensions to your personalities and way of being, your souls. But I just feel as if one of you just gets the other more than the other one, okay? But there's going to be a lot of treasures to discover between the two of you, is how it's coming through. In the midst of connecting this week to new people, making friends, thinking about old ones, reconnecting with people potentially, but also a level of celebration at hand, in needing to recognize that more lies ahead, especially one big one you want. You could be dealing with a frustrating, noisy environment. There's a need to rest, all right? Rest that heart of gold in the midst of all you're dealing with. Just because you rest and take a moment to take a nap or just implement self-care doesn't mean you're going to take away the chance of you succeeding or ruin the outcome. What's meant for you is meant for you and will be, all right? It will come to be. And so with these two coming out, we have Judgment with the the King of Cups. Actually, I'm being told to reverse them. Judgment with the King of Cups and the, wow, bear with me, you might struggle at certain points once again. Judgment with the Knight of Cups and the Seven of Wands with the King of Cups. You might find that you are going to need to protect your inner peace. You're going to need to take a deep breath when you have a lot coming at you, a lot of options, a lot of updates. They're going to message you a lot, okay, call you a lot. You're going to find that this person is releasing an old version of them, or they're releasing an old lifestyle. They're needing to be very honest with oneself as they're sort of pouring their heart out to you on the table, trying to wear their heart on their sleeve and tell you how they truly feel. It may be a little bit much at times, but you truly get why this is coming to be, and it just feels like you both are exuding a King of Pentacles energy, and you're both just very focused on your finances, your career, and maybe even your spirituality to a certain extent. Their honesty will come in handy. It'll be key. With the Seven of Pentacles, again, they're very focused on what they're working towards, a change they're looking to accomplish. They're thinking of you in the midst of this change. Didn't honestly expect this to be 100% about this connection, but when it's the center of your reading, the center of your week, naturally it's going to come to be, all right? And with the Eight of Wands, that was key wording. Your connection with them is the progression of which, where it's meant to go, it's naturally going to come to be. There's no need to force it on either end, all right? What's between the two of you is magical once again. With the Eight of Wands, a lot of rapid communication, movement, but not a lot of sort of expectation in the midst of it. It's like you both sort of know there's a lot ahead for both of you, regardless of how far the connection goes. It feels like in this King of Cups, meaning you, your lifestyle, your life at this time, a lot is changing, developing. It feels like things are happening quickly, a little bit quicker than this individual, even if they're moving more than you are, even if they're experiencing more. It just feels like you have a lot of shit going on, and they understand that, but other people don't. The world, both of your worlds are changing rapidly, and it feels like it's hard not to understand or fully grasp the fact that the other one's wrapped up in that change, even if it's down the line more so that some of these changes that will be similar or just even different, where they'll be fully wrapped up in them. part of the decision process, but it just feels like you update each other, or you'll just find that they come to mind when you are moving towards something new or just dealing with BS. They're somebody to vent to, okay? Even if they're not 100% helpful, it just feels like they're burnt out. You need to understand that, okay? They are feeling like a wounded warrior while you're feeling a bit secretive, maybe dealing with a level of difficulty in a living situation or a work situation with certain people that are just very sneaky, very negative in energy, very determined to take you down, I feel the need to say, or determined to one up you. It's like it's not a competition. And in the midst of this conflict, you're finding that they're just trying to remove themselves from a stuck situation, or just feeling like they need to adjust their perspective on almost everything. They're a very open minded individual, and I feel like that's what you need as you're both thinking about a new financial investment, okay? And it feels like a very similar one, but a different one, right? And all the meanwhile, you're both so much on the same page, but yet very different people that have been ready to connect with each other for a while. And it's about time that in the midst of a lot of headaches and stress that you both experience individually, to come together and to connect in ways that are almost unimaginable, regardless of what people think. They recognize and will express multiple times throughout the week, Aquarius, you have a heart of gold, and they want to learn more about you. They want to get to know you. It's a connection of a lifetime, all right? So let's answer your yes or no question. Take a moment. For Aquarius. As you can see, the answer for your question is no. So I hope this reading was truly helpful. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. To book a personal reading, just reach out via email. The options are down below. I hope you have the most amazing week. Sending you so much love and light, as well as this other individual, and I'll see you next time. Bye, Aquarius.